What is the role of the judiciary in a democratic society? This question, although simple, is one that has been at the heart of political discourse for centuries. The founding fathers of the United States, for instance, had diverse and often conflicting perspectives on this issue. Today, we will delve into the complex and evolving views of one of the most influential figures in American history, Thomas Jefferson, on the topic of judicial independence. Thomas Jefferson was known for his skepticism about the judiciary's power. His wariness stemmed from the power of federal courts to interpret the Constitution and overturn laws. He voiced concerns that an independent judiciary, especially one with lifetime appointments, could become a force that counteracts the majority's will. For Jefferson, the people were the ultimate source of political authority. He expressed his concerns in a letter to Abigail Adams in September 1804, stating that he did not believe the courts should be the final arbiter of the constitutionality of laws. He argued that the courts, being unelected and unaccountable, should not hold such a power. Jefferson's democratic ideals led him to place significant emphasis on the role of the people and the legislature. He believed that the ultimate authority to interpret the Constitution lay with the people, expressed through their elected representatives in Congress, not with unelected judges. He argued that the people, through their elected representatives, should be the final arbiters of constitutional issues. In a letter to Samuel Kercheval in 1810, Jefferson argued that the Constitution should be interpreted by the people themselves and not by the judiciary. Jefferson also believed in the power of state legislatures to challenge or interpret federal laws and policies. He believed that states had a duty to protect the rights of their citizens against federal overreach, and that the federal judiciary could not be trusted with the final interpretation of the Constitution. Perhaps the most significant test of Jefferson's views on judicial independence came during his presidency, when he faced the legacy of the Judiciary Act of 1801. This act, passed during the final days of John Adams's presidency, expanded the number of federal judgeships, allowing Adams to appoint a large number of judges, many of whom were Federalists. Jefferson viewed this as a Federalist attempt to maintain control over the government, even after losing political power, and worked to repeal the act. He argued that the Federalist-dominated judiciary was attempting to thwart the people's will and undermine his presidency. Jefferson and his allies in Congress successfully repealed much of the Judiciary Act of 1801, reducing the number of judgeships and preventing the expansion of federal court influence. In summary, Jefferson's views on judicial independence were nuanced and evolved over time. While recognizing the importance of an independent judiciary in theory, he had significant concerns about judicial overreach and the influence of the judiciary in shaping public policy. His democratic ideals led him to believe in the power of the people and the legislature in interpreting the Constitution, rather than unelected judges. His opposition to the Judiciary Act of 1801 further illustrated his wariness of a judiciary potentially dominated by Federalists. Jefferson's views continue to resonate today, reminding us of the ongoing debate about the role of the judiciary in a democratic society.